Hi, everyone. Welcome to a new Power Burst. Hi, Tara.
Hi, Vicky. Good to see you.
Good to see you too. And we have a question for you today. And the question is, did you know that you can use solution-focused conversations for self-talk?
Mhm.
And Tara, I believe you have a story to share.
I do. I do love this story. It was towards the end of a term in school, and um, just as I usually do, is sort of check in with the students, with the young people, and see what they would like to do after the holidays, whether they would like to continue with sessions, kind of where they feel that they're at, what's going well. And I asked this young person, and he said to me, "Well, I've kind of been thinking about it, and I don't mean to be rude, and I don't mean to sort of say that you're a bad therapist, but I just kind of don't need you anymore. I've kind of got the answers myself." And I was like, in the inside, this it's incredible. And this young person was such, I mean, as all the young people are, but just such a joy to have conversations with, such a um, deep thinker, and very philosophical and reflective, and through that sort of exploration of himself at times would go to some would definitely need to spend some time really thinking about what troubled him. And so to hear him kind of get to a point where actually I don't want to do that anymore, and that he said that he was able to think himself, his self-talk was much more hopeful and much more future focused. So that ability to be able to to go deep, to think about stuff, to because it's so important to be able to do that, but then to be able to know that he can himself make that shift from that sort of more problem focused thinking into more hopeful, able to think about what he preferred in his life, and able to see himself as resourceful too. So it was just felt like such an incredible example of being able to utilize solution focused in a self talk, and then to think about what difference that was going to make to his interaction with the world around him, and his perception of the world, and with his relationships.
Wow, that's an incredible story. And it's quite interesting how he didn't even realize what was happening to him.
Yeah.
That he was apologetic, saying, I'm not quite certain that you did your job as therapist, but don't worry about it, when
Yes.
actually you did an incredible job as therapist to be able to support him and to be able to help him get to that place where he could actually talk to himself differently.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
just incredible, isn't it? Yeah. Such a privilege to have these conversations with people.
Yeah. And of course, the importance of that positive self-talk.
Mm.
Right? The importance for our own health and well-being to be able to reframe things in our minds so that we can have more self-gratitude, so that we could have more effective and productive relationships, so that we can get better at making meaningful decisions for ourselves.
Yeah. And that that's not prescriptive.
Yeah.
It's because
Yeah.
we're all unique individuals. How you do that, how you
Yeah.
do that in your own self-talk is unique to you.
Of course. Of
Yeah.
course.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Tara.
Well, thank you, Vicky. And Daisy in the background.
Yes, Daisy's been a little busy.
Oh,
Have a good one.
you
Take
too.
care.
Bye,
Bye.
everybody.
Okay.